How do you hear from God? How do you know your calling? How do you know your purpose? The other day, someone was asking me these questions. It even transcends to the place where you ask yourself, how do you know that this is the right partner for me? After you've done your due diligence of knowing that you have the same values, the same goals, and you're heading towards the same direction. So how do you finally know that this is the person you should journey with? A lot of people are in this state where they are so confused concerning how they can hear from God. And I decided to tell the person my own story. So I could remember while I was a teenager, I loved to read books, and I would read different books. And I was reading concerning my future, my marriage, and I came across the late Pastor Bimbo Odukoya's books, The Singles and the Married. And I remember that whenever I would read some of our books, there's this silent voice that would tell me that someday you told this line. I'll push it aside because I never saw myself in that light. When I see people do public speaking, they are in the limelight, I always feel that there's a special thing that God has created in them. If you have been following me, you must have heard me say that I had serious low self-esteem. So I never saw myself in that light. I'll push it aside until I got married, and in my first year, my marriage went through a rough patch that almost destroyed me. But thank God we are still here. While in that state, I was alone, so alone. And that was how God got my attention, and He sat me down. I took a paper and pen and I started writing. And that was how the blueprint for the relationship program came about. Here is another account of how God speaks with me or speak to me. There's a prayer I was praying some time ago concerning yokes that should be broken in my family and all the rest of it. And He will always refer me to the Bible passage, Isaiah 10, verse 27. I wasn't getting what He was trying to highlight there for me. But I know that at times I might be scrolling down my phone and my eyes will just go to the time on my phone, and I will see 10:27. Even on the road, I might see that same number on a billboard or somewhere. It was just highlighting that Bible passage for me, telling me something, until later I got what He was trying to tell me. Again, here is another account of how God talks to me. I could remember there was a day that the light went and my neighbor put on Jen. I decided to want to go and